Okay, morning. It's Randy, K7AGE at Pacificon Flea Market. I don't know why in California they have to have flea market start at Old Dark 30 or Old Dark 100 in the morning, where you got to walk around with flashlights, but that seems to be the California way. A lot of interesting stuff out here this morning, and in a few minutes we'll have breakfast with Gordon. Here's a nice large collection of older radios here. Some Heathkits and HRO, Johnson. But you better bring your flashlight or you'll never see it. Of course, the real popular guy is the guy selling LEDs and flashlights. He has lots of lights. Nobody needs a light going over to his back of his van. In fact, I just bought something from him, and he had to run back inside to his booth and bring it back out for me. Parts, lots of parts. A serious looking meter. Pretty fancy SWR meter. Yeah, I need one of those. Just as soon as I go to talk, there's a jet plane flying over. This is the ultimate mobile radio mount. A whole box, military box to put in the back of your pickup truck, including a pop-out with probably the air conditioning unit. Oh, we even have stuff hanging off the front here. RF input, amplifier maybe. Very cool. Morning, Randy at the Pacificon breakfast. This starts at 7 in the morning. Of course, we've been out in the flea market, which starts before 6 in the morning in the darkness. So here we get the morning announcements of what's happening for the day, what changes have made, and introduce a lot of the people who have organized the show, the conference. And then the keynote is Gordon West. He'll get up and give a little talk and get everybody really motivated and revved up for the rest of the day. So it's always a fun event. Gordon does a great job, and it's really fun to listen to. So when you come to Pacificon, plan on a long day on Saturday. You're going to be out in the flea market before 6 in the morning. Breakfast is at 7. First seminars, I believe, are at 8:15. If you continue it through for the whole day, after the banquet at midnight is the wolf hong ceremony. So you can be up for a long day on Saturday at Pacificon. Hi, Gordon.
Good morning. I said you're coming to breakfast.
Thank you all for coming. This is the 18th year that Mount Diablo Radio Club has sponsored Pacificon, and it is a tradition that our Pacificon events begin with Gordon as a keynote speaker. We all love him, and throughout the years, his morning presentations have really sparked this convention. And he's all over the convention. He's also going to be involved in an important program I'll mention. But he's all over the convention, and his wife is, and he really brings a spark. He really creates a very strong, upbeat spark to this convention. So, with that, it is my privilege to introduce Mr. Gordon West.
Boy, has John's crew done well. Those of you that are making Pacificon happen, John, we give them all a big hand. All right, Dave, our engineer, is recording all of this, and on the count of 3, we need to know your call sign. And this is all coming down on digital recording, so let's see who we can hear. On the count of 3, your call sign. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's called a tail ender, not fair. All righty, well, welcome to Pacificon 11. I'm Gordo, and we've got some good news for you this morning. There's no rain. How many have been out to the swap meet? Oh, yeah, look at that, those early birds. You know, we go to the swap meet and we buy stuff as backups for spares on spares. We don't really need it, but it's good to have that extra spare, right? Yeah. I saw a sign on a rig this morning that said it worked the last time I used it. If it still worked, I'd still be using it. There you go. That was QC10. Our ham had a little bit of dyslexia, but that occurs. Now, we all wish for this. We all hope for this. The pile-up, right? Oh, yeah. I remember that well last night, just dreaming about the pile-up. Well, there is a serious side to ham radio, and that is when non-hams get on a radio. Not a ham radio, but a marine radio. And that marine radio, here we go. Listen to this.
Coast Guard Boston, this is the Slick Cat 4. Slick Cat 4. We have 5 people aboard. Our captain is having chest pain, may have a medical emergency, may have a first attack aboard. Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Slick Cat 4, this is United States Coast Guard Station, Boston. What is your location, over?
I can't hear you.
Slick Cat 4, this is United States Coast Guard Station, Boston. Where are you located? What is your location, over?
I'm standing on the flying bridge.
It's a boat. She's standing on the flying bridge. All right. Well, you get the. Yeah. He's doing his very, very best CW with an older radio, and it was a good one. Yeah. We need a little bit of voltage. Yeah, that's have a great signal, 5 and 9, 5 and 9. I'm going to go back 30 years in ham radio. 30 years? All right. We remember, see if you can just blurt it out when you recognize this particular station on the air. We blamed it on Russia, but it wasn't Russia's fault. Who can name this station? Here we go. The Russian woodpecker, only to be discovered it was not in Russia, it was out here locally on our neck of the woods. Anyway, I found another radio. It said out here at the swap meet, it had a tag on it, said it might need a bit of tweaking. Translated, Marconi himself couldn't fix it if he had to. How about the sidewinder? Oh, man. Who said Gonson? You're absolutely correct. How about the Power Mite? The Power Mite. That was a Tin-Tech radio. Easy one, KWS-1. Bandmaster. Harvey Wells. Who said that? Man, you go way back. Did you know Samuel Morris? Oh, Bob did.
Hey, Gordy, there's one in the swap meet out here.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay, well, that goes way back. How about a 6 and 2 Zeus? Who made that? Plague, right. How about Globe Chief?
WRL.
Yeah, WRL. Good old Leo Myerson, World Radio Labs. And if you had one of these, you had a great rig from Hammerlin called the Super Pro. Remember the Super Pro? Who goes way back and remembers the AF-67? LMAC. Oh, wow. You folks are great. Boy, there's no fooling you. Well, anyway, as you know, next week, the Oranids meteor shower. How many have worked the station on meteor shower, huh? Meteor shower is fun when you make that first contact. Yeah, and then the echo, I hope. And that echo, who knows where this is coming from? That is Moon bounce. Yeah, moon bounce. Now, speaking of moon bounce, have you ever heard your own echo off the moon? Here we tried it. Now, it's okay to hear someone else's like for you in that has a huge signal, but listen to your own echo. We first transmit, and then we listen for the echo, we transmit again. We're only running 1,500 watts plus a little bit, 4 antennas, and it is aimed at the boom. All right, here we go with our moon bounce echo. Nothing. Yes, sort of. One more time. Moonbound echo. All that power just to bounce a signal off the moon. All right. And you know you're a good ham when the doorbell rings. See, my wife has the same routine. When she hears this on the front door, hey, knock it off. She answers the door going, are you getting that same interference? Yeah, we don't have any problems down here in the Bay Area, but back east when I do these shows, I always feel very bad for the deep anxiety or panic attacks during high winds and heavy ice that many hams may have, right? Yeah. All right, now how many put chicken wire underneath your front lawn for a better ground? That's right, that's right. Picked up the soldering iron by the wrong end? Now, I don't know who gave me this. One of you said, I dare you to read this. So here we go. Ladies, I apologize ahead of time. It says, if your wife puts something on and asks, does it make me look too plump? And you reply with, honey, you have an excellent front-to-back ratio with appreciable forward gain on the front lobes. Only hams could appreciate that because our blood type is RF positive. And you sold your dog for an amplifier, you're bad. Bad.
Yeah, but it really barks.
Problem, though. I left a Playboy magazine in the house just so if my mom finds it, she can think I'm really normal. It says it was a real popular rig in its day. He bought it and they found out that there were whole high-frequency nets just about how bad this rig sounded over the air. This one I like, out here at the swap meet. This radio came from an estate sale. If it has problems, take it up with the original owner. In Southern California, we have ham antenna ordinances. Do you have ordinances up here in North? Yeah. So we always tell our students, put that antenna up at night. And that next morning, neighbors go, whoa, what the hell's that? I don't know, it's been there the whole time. Or you tell them it's a lightning arrestor or something like that. But you never, never, never tell your neighbors you're a ham ahead of time, right? But they know when you answer the phone, QR's it. All right, yes sirree. All right, if you'll go ahead and run the next one, see who is the first one to identify this sound. Ultra very low frequency. In the middle of the desert. Blurt it out. That is the ionosphere. Those are called spherics. Down at 10 to 60 cycles. I haven't listened down to 10 to 60 cycles for some time, but nonetheless, there you go. You know, they now have these new handhelds. How many have the new Chinese handheld? Yeah, this is great. They come with like a fortune cookie. Mine had a question that says, 2,000 pounds of Chinese soup would equal wonton? Or 3.1 millionth of a mouthwash would be a microscope? All right, medically speaking, half of a small intestine would equal 1 semicolon. And the basic unit of laryngitis is 1 horsepower. Oh, man, I don't know. I just don't know. Roll that next audio. got a new car? That is the sound of your dashboard monitor on a new car. And I sure hope you have a noise blanker in today's newer radios. Noise blankers will do a good job of helping mitigate this noise with a noise blanker. And if you'll hold for a second, this radio came to me and the student said, you know, it keeps dropping memory. I go, really? And they had a big Mama Cadillac, and we looked at the radio. Then we looked at it on a scope, and we found out that every time he started his vehicle, the radio would lose memory. Well, we looked at it, and then we listened to it. I wonder why. And we turned the key, and there went the non-volatile memory. There went all the offsets, so yeah, it's no wonder today's poorly shielded vehicles really have a problem. Well, today we're going to have a great day. We've got some of the finest speakers that have been lined up for Pacificon. We've got some great program. Finally, we're going to leave you with one last one, and the last one comes from the radio sales out there, and it says, this is really a good rig on CW. Translated, it means it doesn't work on sideband. And next to it, there's a rig that had a sign that said, this is really a good sideband rig. And of course, it doesn't work on CW. I wouldn't buy that one. And then they had another one out there, looked like an old Swan, said, this is really a good rig. Doesn't work on sideband or CW. So have fun today. Ham radio is a great hobby. I've just been informed that we've now exceeded 700,000 ham radio operators. That is thanks to the folks like you that would turn up for a funny breakfast at 6 in the morning. So keep it going. Make ham radio happen. I'll see you in the swap meet in a few more minutes, and we'll see you at some of the upcoming presentations. Again, thanks to all of the Pacificon clubs that have participated, the Mount Diablo Club and others. You've done a great job for Pacificon 11. Have fun. Thank you. Meeting is adjourned, and there's more food, more coffee, more everything, so get to know your neighbor.